Okay, so let's continue. So how to assign the IP address with the help of NMCLI. Let's see guys here. और एक right. Okay. Anyway, so we'll start the session. Okay, guys. Guys, please concentrate. So let's see here how to assign the IP address with the help of NMTUI. TUI I think finished, right? And CLI will do. NMCLI full form, command line interface. Network manager, command line interface. NMCLI full form, network manager, command line interface. Right, guys? So NMCLI, connection show. NMCLI, network manager, command line interface. Network manager, command line interface full form. NMCLI, connection show, space connection show. So connection show means it will show you all the connections. Connections means NIC card. So how many NIC cards will have, it will show you. So one NIC card will have EN016777736 and it's a UUID, guys, universal unique ID, and this is a profile name. EN016777736 is a by default profile, right? Yesterday we already discussed about profiles, right? So each and every NIC card, you should have the one profile name, then only we can able to access the NIC card. Like how we'll have the hard disk having the drive letters, like the same way. So each and every NIC card should have the one profile name. With the help of that profile name, we can able to manage the interface, right? So this is a UUID, guys, universal unique ID. So each and every device, it having one universal unique ID to identify the device. So type is Ethernet. I said na. So 1980s February 3rd, and so it's a IEEE standards. So okay. So Ethernet, clear, right? So how many profiles will have as of now? How many NIC cards will have as of now? Only one NIC card will have, only one device will have, right? So now what I'm doing, in a sense, I'm trying to adding the new profile, right? So how to add the new profile, we'll see now. NMCLI connection add is a command. Guys, it's a bit lengthy command, but it's very easy to understand. It's not a big deal. So NMCLI, right? NMCLI space connection or con. CON also enough. So no need to write total connection word. So just you can write con, that is enough. Space add. So now we are trying to adding the new profile. So NMCLI connection space add, right? So NMCLI connection space add. So now I'm trying to providing the one profile name. Okay, con name, con hyphen name. Simple, guys. NMCLI is a command. Connection is option. We are adding new connection. Con hyphen name, connection name. So you can give any name, guys. So profile name, you can give anything. Default I'm providing. You can give any name. It's not like this. We need to provide default. So if you want, you can give your own name also. It's not a problem. Okay. So default is a profile name, right, guys? I am creating one new profile called default. So, okay. So I'm creating one new profile called default. So with the help of default profile, so we have the default IP address. I'm not going to assign the static IP address for this profile. Okay. So type Ethernet. So what type of connection we are creating? Ethernet connection, right? Type is a Ethernet. If name, interface name, guys. If name, interface name, right? So what is the interface name? EN016777736. Okay. Right. Then hit enter. See, guys, connection default, it got created successfully. Connection default, it got created successfully, right, guys? I hope you got it. So now how to verify this? Simple. NMCLI connection show. See, guys, default connection, it got created. So default connection, it got created, and it's a UUID of the default connection. That means profile name, and there's a type Ethernet, and the device doesn't have. This default profile doesn't have any device. This device, it is connecting to this profile called EN0167777. Now we are getting the IP address from this profile, right, guys? So now I need to activate this profile. Clear? How to activate the profile? Activation means we are going to connect this device to this profile now. We are going to connect this device to this profile now, right, guys? So now let's see here, NMCLI connection app, right? So default. NMCLI connection app default, then hit enter. Right, guys? Now let's verify NMCLI connection show. See, the device before it's connected to EN016777736 profile. Now the device it is connecting to now default. I hope you got it, guys. The device, it got connected to default profile. Now let's verify the IP address of this default. So IP ADDR show EN0167777. See, guys. So we are getting one IP address from DHCP server. Got it? It's a dynamic IP address we are getting from the DHCP server in our organization. Got it, guys? Yes, no, right? So I hope you're clear how to create the profile. Okay, right. So now I'm trying to creating the one more profile called static. NMCLI connection add, right? So con name, so connection name static, right? Static profile. So type Ethernet. Simple, guys. NMCLI connection add connection name, con hyphen name. The connection name is static. That means profile name is static. The type is a Ethernet, right? Type is Ethernet. If name EN016777736 interface name. Now this is a static profile I'm trying to creating. While I'm trying to creating the profile, at the time I'm going to provide the manual IP address for the static profile. I hope you got it, guys. So manual IP address 172.16. So 1.11 by 16. Then here we need to give in front of this IP address IP4. It's mandatory, guys. IP4. See here. So IP4, then 192.172.16.1.11. So after device name, we need to provide the IP4, guys, right? Then we need to provide the IP address GW4, gateway 4. So 192.168. 172.16.1.1. Then hit enter. Got it, guys? So static connection, it got created successfully. Okay. So now let's check NMCLI connection show. Got it, guys? So NMCLI connection show, static, it got created, and it's a UUID and static Ethernet profile and doesn't have the any activation here. Got it, guys? It's not activated. So how I need to activate this profile? NMCLI connection up, static. I said yesterday. So we have the only one device. We can able to create the multiple profiles, but at a time we can able to activate only one profile. So whether you need to activate static, whether you need to activate default, whether you need to activate EN016777736. Okay, we are unable to activate the multiple profiles here, right? So now static I'm going to up. So now let's see a connection show. See the static profile, it got up. The static profile, it got up now. So let's check the IP address of the static. See, guys. Got it. 172.16.1.11. Clear? So IP address, it got changed because we activated now. So we have the static profile. The static profile, it having. Got it, guys? So I hope you're clear. 192.168.1.11 IP addresses will have. So clear? Right. So like this, you can create the multiple profiles according to your requirement. So how many profiles will have? 3 profiles will have now. So 3 profiles will have now, right? Okay, good. So now sometimes if you are try to creating the static profile, we'll get the multiple IP address for static profile, guys. So we'll get the sometimes if I didn't provide any manual option here, right? While I'm trying to creating the static profile, so at the time directly I have given the IP address. Sometimes what will happen now, we doesn't have the error. So you will get some errors few times. You will get the IP address from the DHCP profile and DHCP server, and you will get the IP address static. Both the IP address it will reflect. Okay. So at the time, what we need to do in the sense NMCLI connection, right? So modification. So static. So NMCLI connection add means we are going to create the new connection. NMCLI connection modify means. So we are trying to modifying the existing connection. So with whom I'm trying to modifying static, right, guys? So static IPv4, right? IPv4 method manual. I hope you got it, guys. So if you're providing the method manual, yesterday we discussed about NMDOI. At the time we'll have automatic manual, right? So it is going to change from automatic to manual. So if you're executing this command. So we have the different ways to assign the IP addresses. If you want to can use NMDOI, if you want to can use NMCLI. So you need to activate the like manual profile in the sense you should give like this. So NMCLI connection modify and then static IPv4 dot method space manual. I hope you got it, guys. Yes, no, right. Next, NMCLI. I need to modify the IP addresses. I need to modify the IP addresses. So NMCLI connection modification, static. We have 172.16.1.11 IP address for this. I need to change the IP address for this profile. So IPv4 dot addresses. So IPv4 dot addresses, right? And then we need to provide the IP address here. For example, 10.0.0.111 by 8. So 10 dot, what happened? So 10.0.0.1. So we are going to close this. Then hit enter. Right? So now let's check the IP address. Which profile is active now? NMCLI connection show. See, guys. Static profile is active now, right? So now let's check the IP address of the static profile. So still it is showing 172.16.1.11. Why? We changed the IP address, right? For static. So we assign 10.0.0.11. So still it is showing 172.16.1.11. So this IP address, it is in cache. It's not reflected properly. So then what we need to do? NMCLI connection down. So NMCLI connection down static. So we are going to down the connection. Now let's check here NMCLI connection show. So by default connection is active now. Default connection is active now. Now I'm going to up the connection again. Or otherwise you need to restart the services. Okay. So show EN. See, if you restart the service, by default profile it will active. Okay. So now hit enter. See guys. So we need to down and we need to up. That's it. I hope you got it, guys. So static profile we down, and then again I'm going to up. Now the next time onwards it will reflect the what we provided the new IP address for static. So those IP addresses we can able to get. I hope you got it, guys. So how to modify the IP address for particular profile with the help of NMCLI, right? Good. NMCLI connection show EN0167777. If you're providing this, you'll get the detailed information about this profile. Got it, guys? I hope you're clear. And if you're providing the NMCLI connection show static, so static profile details it will show you. See what type of IP address static profile it having. So see here method manual will have, right? And then so it will start along with the boot time, guys. Auto connection S will have. So if you're having the auto connection S, it will start along with the boot time. I need to disable this auto connection. No, I need to keep here. So how we should do? So NMCLI connection modification static. Okay. So connection auto connect connection dot auto connect. Right, guys? Then we need to provide the on off no NO. No, that's it. No means so we are disabling. It is not going to start along with the boot time if you reboot. So now let's see here. NMCLI connection show static, then hit enter. Where is auto connection? Auto connect. Got it. So connection dot auto connect. No. I hope you got it, guys. Connection dot auto connect is no. That means it is not going to start along with the boot time if you reboot the operating system. So I hope you're clear. So how we need to modify the IP address, how we need to add the IP addresses with the help of NMCLI, right? So let's see here. NMCLI device status. So we are going to get get the device status. So device name is EN016777736. So type Ethernet connected static. So loopback interface also will have hello. So unmanaged. So you are unable to manage this. Okay. So now NMCLI device disconnect. So I'm trying to disconnecting the device. So my NIC card I'm trying to disconnecting, not physically, logically, like or virtually. Device disconnect. We need to provide the device name, guys. EN016777736. Now let's see here NMCLI connection show. Sorry, device show. Device status. NMCLI. So device status. See here. It got disconnected. Now we doesn't have the network. Crash mark will have see. I hope you got it, guys. Right? So now NMCLI connection. Sorry, device connect. Right, NMCLI device connect EN01677. So let's see NMCLI device status. See, guys. Again, it got connected. So I hope you're clear. Okay. NMCLI device status show. Not status show. So NMCLI device show. So device details it will show you. Device name, Ethernet type, hardware address, MTU, so connection and IP addresses. What will have IPv6 loopback details, right? Okay. So I hope you're clear, guys. So how to assign the IP address? How we need to modify the profile names? How we need to make the manual connection, how we need to disconnect the device and everything, right? Okay. How to delete the profile? We'll see later. So first I'm trying to teaching to you peoples how to assign the IP address with the help of script, network scripts. So those all the devices, so it will be available, the profiles, it will be available into one directory. That is called network script directory. Okay. So if you want, you can open the file, you can modify the IP address directly there. Got it, guys? So let's see here. cd/etc sysconfig. So sysconfig is a directory having all the system related configuration files. Okay. So network scripts. Network-scripts is a directory. It contains all devices. So that means profile names. So EN0 default profile, EN016777736 profile, loopback profile, and static profile. I hope you're clear, guys. Right? So now let's see here. I'm going to show you VIM. So VIM. So if config. So EN0167777. Then open this. See, guys, this is EN0167777 profile details. So this is dynamic IP address, guys. So dynamic profile. Okay. See here, hardware address, type Ethernet. See, boot proto will have the DHCP. If you're having the DHCP boot proto, you doesn't have any IP address. See, can you able to find out the IP address here? No. So this is device name and UUID and on boot S. It will start on boot S. So I hope you're clear, guys. Right? So let's save and quit. I'm going to open static profile. Guys, if you observe in static profile, so type Ethernet, boot proto none will have. See. That means it's not going to get the IP address from the DHCP server. It is not going to get the IP address from the DHCP server. Clear, guys? So it will get the IP address static, manually we need to provide. So none means manual. So boot proto none means manual. Boot proto DHCP means we'll get the automatic IP address from the DHCP server. See, 10.0.0.11 is IP address. 8 prefix 08. That means subnet mask. So gateway. And apart from that, everything is same. And UUID, name and device name and on boot no will have. So if you want, you can modify the IP address from here itself only, guys. So you need to modify the IP address. Guys, can you be able to assign the multiple IP address for one device? One network, one NIC card? 172.16.1.11, right? So 16, right? Then gateway also I'm changing. 172.16.1.1. Yes, guys, we can able to assign multiple IP address like this. So IP ADDR 1 is equal to, you can give any IP address, 192.168.1.11, right? So prefix 1 is equal to 24. That's it now. So 24 for class C. Right, gateway 1 is equal to 192.168.1.1, right? Save and quit, right? Systemctl, restart network services. I think we got one bug, guys. So systemctl, actually it should restart. I think we are going to lose this connection. So NMCLI connection show. Yeah, we doesn't have this connection, we lose this. Sometimes it will happen, usually it won't happen. Okay, so we need to modify the static connection. So and then we have the snapshot in this operating system, guys. Because of that reason it is happening like that. So you can do your own, what I'm trying to providing the like instruction to you, you can do. So you will get the both the IP addresses. So 172.16.1.11 you'll have, 192.161.11 also you'll have. Got it? Right. So how to delete the profiles? NMCLI connection del is a command. Then I'm trying to deleting the default profile. See guys, NMCLI connection show. The default profile it got deleted. Clear? So make a note. Default also active now. The default, see, simple guys, at least one profile we should active. Then only we'll get the IP address, right? We'll have the 3 profile. One profile if it is got deleted, automatically another profile it will active. We'll get the IP address from that particular server. Nias, sir, we can also use IPA to show us. IPA also you can use, IPADDR also you can use, right? You can. So I hope you're clear, guys. Right. Can we see how to create the isolated network between 2 machines? So this is all about networking, guys. So we'll see how to create the one isolated network between 2 different machines. Guys, leave about this. I will teach you on Monday about SSH. Just why I have opened this file in the sense, because of this reason. So we have 2 different missions, guys, right? We have 2 different missions. So I'm trying to establishing the one physical media. Here we doesn't have any physical media. We'll have the virtual media in virtual mission. So how to establish the virtual media between those both the missions? So how we need to establish the virtual media between those both the missions, we'll see now. So after establishing the virtual media, those both the missions into the one network, right? But it doesn't have the logical network, right? So we need to assign the IP addresses, right? So how to assign the IP address, you know very well. So in this mission, I'm trying to assigning the 192.168.1.11. So in this mission, I'm trying to assigning the 192.168.1.12. And so now I'm using ping command to check the communication between those both the missions. So ping, we need to provide the destination mission IP address in this mission, and ping, so we need to provide this mission IP address in this mission. Right, guys? Right. So how to assign the host name also we'll see. Okay. So can we able to ping with the help of host name, guys? No. No. Let's say I'll show you practically. So because we doesn't have any DNS server, right? So if you should have the DNS server, then only you can able to ping with the help of host name. So at present doesn't have any DNS server. So without configuring the DNS server, we have an alternate. So we can able to ping with the help of host name. I'll show you. Okay. And we need one more mission. We need one more mission, guys. I have deleted that. I'll do one thing. Actually 4 o'clock batch में वो installation कर रहा था मैं. Take snapshot. What happened? Already will have the snapshot, right? इसको continue करना चाहिए अभी. Actually वो लोगों के लिए pause करके था मैं. अभी installation करना ही चाहिए. I'll do one thing, guys. Instead of installing this, see, I'll clone this. That is better. So installation करने के लिए फिर सब configuration करना चाहिए. So who is going to install again? So it will take some time. I'll do one thing. I'll clone this mission. So वो भी पता चल जाएगा आपको कैसे clone करना चाहिए. Right? So let's see, guys. Usually this concept I won't teach. So आपका time अच्छा है, ठीक है, right? So let's see here. So we need to clone. Right click, manage, right click, manage, clone. Right? Next. So the current status in a virtual machine. So same you need to keep, okay? Snapshot for client machine, okay? Doesn't need. So create a link clone. So full clone. Link clone is enough now, okay? So doesn't need a full clone because we are doing practitioner, right? If you require, if you want to create the full clone also, it's not a problem, okay? So here I'm trying to providing this mission name call client, right? Client 1 दे दूंगा, right? So it got created. See, client 1 clone mission, it got created. So I'm going to switch on this clone mission, okay? So guys, here we need to delete the old NIC card, guys. In RHEL 7.0, it won't support the clone NIC card. So we should remove and then we need to add the new NIC card. Okay, then only the network will get. So you know how to assign the profile name with the help of NMCLI, NMTUI. So using the NMCLI, we are going to assign the profile and we are going to make the network between those both the missions now. Okay, so one is server, another one is client. Okay, so I'm going to switch on the server also. Okay, server, I have snapshot. I'll do one thing. I'll activate the snapshot instead of snapshot. Clear? right? So I'm logging into clone mission, and then we need to log in into, already we'll have this. Okay. Okay guys, so let's check the IP address of this mission. So something we are getting 200 like this. I'll do one thing. I am going to assign the static IP address for this mission. So this is a server mission, guys. Okay. Because we are creating isolated network, right? So isolated means we are going to communicate within those missions itself only. Right? 24. Gateway doesn't need, guys. So why we require gateway? If you are sending the packet from your network to another network, then we should have the gateway. So we have the two missions. We are trying to communication between both the missions itself only. We are not sending the packet apart from the network. So doesn't need any gateway. Just IP address is enough. Okay. Because it's isolated, right? Right. So isolated network. Got it. Okay. Then quit. Then I'm trying to assigning the host name CTL set hyphen host name, right? I'm providing server.example.com, right? So check the host name server.example.com. If you want to, can check the host name CTL also. You know this, right? You know this command host name CTL, it will provide the detailed information, right? Okay. So I hope you're clear, guys. Right. Next. So we assign one IP address and we assign a host name for server mission. So go to client, open the terminal. So do same here. Okay. So first of all, let's check the IP address. So it doesn't have the connection. See guys, it's down, right? NMCLI connection show. It doesn't have the device, right? So NMCLI device status. The device, it got disconnected. So NMCLI device connect I'm providing. What happened? Device has no connected available, like this we are getting, right? So what we need to do in the sense, guys, right click on top of the clone mission, go to the settings, right? Go to settings, and then so we have the network adapter, right? I'm removing this, right? I'm going to add one more network adapter. So finish. It's a new network adapter, right? So okay. Right, guys. So now let's check if config command. We have the one device, but the number is different, right? EN03355549992. So this is a device we'll have. Now I need to assign the profile name. It doesn't have any profile name for this. If you want, you can check. So do we have the profile name? I think we doesn't have the profile name because of that reason it is showing. Okay. I'll do one thing. NMCLI connection delete and EN0. That is better. You doesn't have the confusion now. We'll have the only one device, right? It doesn't have any devices now. Clear. Now I'm going to activate this. I'm trying to assigning the profile. Okay. So what is a device name, guys? EN033554992, right? I'm using, if you want, you can use NMCLI, NMT, whatever, if you want, you can use to create the profile. Okay. NMCLI connection, add connection name. Okay. Then I'm trying to providing the same name. If you want, you can give any name. Okay. So I'm providing the same name. So Ethernet, if config, if name, interface name. So interface name also I'm providing same. Now it got created default now. Or otherwise, while you are trying to creating this profile, you need to assign the IP address in the sense what we should do. IP for 192 dot, what happened? IP for 192 dot 168 dot 1 dot 12. That is 11. This is 12. So don't give the same IP address, guys. It's a unique IP address. Doesn't need any gateway. Leave it. Okay. Right. The connection it got created successfully now. So let's check NMCLI connection show. Yes. Let's check the IP address of this mission. Got it. So go to this server mission. Let's check the IP address of this mission. Still it is showing same. You should do systemctl restart network. Right. Okay, guys. So we assign the proper IP address for both the missions, and we assign the proper host name. I need to assign the host name for client mission, guys. Okay. So how to assign the host name? Host name CTL set hyphen host name, right? Client.example.com. I hope you're clear. Now, in those both the missions, both the missions, we need to establish the one connection, right? According to this diagram. So those all stuff, you know how to assign the IP address, how to assign the host name, and those all. We need to establish one connection between those both the missions, right? One isolated network we need to create, right? So how? See, guys. So right click on top of the virtual machine, go to virtual machine settings. Okay. Go to virtual machine settings, right? And here network adapter will have by default you'll have bridge, right? You need to keep custom network. So custom specific virtual network. So if you go to this custom network, we'll have VMNet 0 to VMNet 19. That means that many bridge connections we can able to create. I'm using, it's like as a one physical media. Usually it's not a physical media, it's a virtual media. So VMNet 0, right? Clear, guys? You can use anything. Okay, host only also you can use. Okay, NAT by default will have. Okay. Next, go to client mission. Go to client. Right click. Go to the settings. Go to settings. Then none. Then so network adapter. Then custom. Custom VMNet 0. Same here also. Click OK. That means now we establish the one virtual media between those both the missions. Now let's try to ping with 192.168.1.11. We are getting the reply, right? So the server, it is sending the packets to the client mission. Got it? So now go to server mission, then ping with client mission's IP address. Right, guys? I hope you're clear. So we have the communication between those both the mission. Now what I'm doing in the sense, I'm trying to communicating with the help of host name. Can we able to communicate with the help of host name, guys? Because we doesn't have the DNS server, right? So let's see here. We are into server, right? So ping with client. Client.example.com. What happened? Ping unknown host client.example.com. Go to client. So ping server.example.com. So unknown host server.example.com. That means we are unable to communicate with host name at present. So we need to configure the usually DNS server. With the help of DNS server, we are going to resolve the IP address to the host name and host name to the IP address, right? So now without DNS server, how we need to communicate? We have one file called etc host, guys. VIM etc host. Inside this VM etc host, we need to add the entries related to server and client. IP address along with the host name, server IP address along with the host name, client IP address along with the host name. So we need to add like this. So VIM/etc hosts is a file. Open this, it will be looking like, so don't change, don't disturb this, just you should add 92.161.11 server.example.com 192.168.1.12 client.example.com, then save and quit. Then go to client. I think we did in client. Okay, go to the server, do same etc hosts clear. Systemctl restart network. Do same in server and client as well as. Okay. So doesn't need this restart network. By default, it will take sometimes. So maybe. So we are in which mission, guys? Client mission, right? I'm trying to ping with. Got it. So we can able to communicate with host name. So I hope you're clear, guys. Now we can able to ping with the host name. We can able to communicate with the host names now. So if you edit the etc host file, it will act like as a DNS server. Yes, no. That's it, guys. So this is all about networking. Can I teach SSH? Can we do on Monday? SSH, it will take more time. Okay. So I hope you're clear as of now. You doesn't have any doubts, any questions, right? Yes, no. So just this is a settings we need to change into the both the machines. And we should go to the virtual machine settings, and then we need to keep custom network, custom VMnet 0. If you keep the NAT, if you're having the LAN connection, we need to keep the NAT. If you're having Wi-Fi, we need to keep Birch. We need to create one isolated network between those both the machines. In the sense, we need to keep custom network. Got it, guys? Yes, no. So if you're having any doubt, any questions, please. If you're having any doubts, any questions, please, guys. Doesn't need. Isolated means two devices, that's it. So internet connection is doesn't need, right? So guys, we are going to finish maximum next week. So Monday I'll teach SSH, Tuesday archiving and backup, and Wednesday what we say, boot process, 24th and 25th scripting concepts, right? So clear, maximum next Friday. So is our last class, right? Next Friday. So from next Saturday onwards, hopefully you are free. You're going to become free. Then please do the practical session. So I don't know how much you learn.